Most engineers are in a race to use AI tools faster, better autocomplete, quicker commits, more tokens per minute. But that entire framing might be pointing you in the wrong direction. The engineers pulling ahead right now aren't faster typists. They're solving a completely different problem than the one most people think they're solving. After tracking his own work patterns for several months, the author found something counterintuitive. The slow parts were never the actual coding. They were the gaps, waiting to gather enough context to make a confident decision, waiting to remember how a system behaves under an obscure edge case, waiting for a trusted second opinion before committing to an approach. These wait states are invisible on a sprint board, but they dominate your actual day. This is the core reframe, and it's a subtle but powerful one. When you optimize for speed, you instinctively reach for autocomplete tools that finish your sentences. But when you optimize for eliminating wait states, you reach for something that functions more like a thinking partner. From the outside, the output might look identical, but the internal experience and the quality of decisions being made is fundamentally different. Andrej Karpathy touched on this directly. The relevant skill in the AI era isn't learning clever prompt tricks. It's the ability to hold a problem clearly and precisely enough to direct a system that can execute faster than you can think. That sounds simple, but most experienced engineers are actually bad at it. After years of optimizing for execution, just shipping code, the muscle of clearly articulating a problem before solving it has atrophied. Rebuilding that muscle is the real work. The engineers who appear most effective in the AI era aren't moving faster in a straight line. They're removing the accumulated friction that used to pile up in the gaps between understanding a problem and acting on it. Think about how much time you spend in a state of uncertain hovering. You roughly know the answer, but you're not confident enough to move. That uncertainty gap is exactly where AI creates the most leverage, and it's being massively underutilized. The practical advice here is deceptively simple. Stop measuring the wrong things. Tokens saved and time to first commit are vanity metrics that don't capture what actually changed. Instead, start becoming aware of the moments when you used to pause, second-guess yourself, or loop back to re-examine a decision. Those are your personal friction signatures. Map them, and you'll know exactly where AI can do real, meaningful work for you, rather than just making fast things slightly faster. At its core, this entire insight boils down to one honest observation about engineering work. The bottleneck was never mechanical, it was cognitive. The uncertainty sitting in the space between understanding what needs to be built and confidently writing the code to build it, that was the real drag on productivity. AI tools that address that uncertainty directly are orders of magnitude more valuable than tools that just help you type the code faster once you already know what to write. The engineers who will compound the most value from AI over the next few years aren't the ones learning every new tool the fastest. They're the ones who've correctly diagnosed where their real friction lives, and who've learned to use AI as a thinking partner rather than a typing accelerator. Fix the uncertainty, eliminate the wait states, sharpen your ability to articulate problems with precision. Do those three things, and the speed improvements you were originally chasing will arrive on their own as a byproduct.